First of all, we have to say that for me, there are no children with special needs, because every child has special needs. And somehow society has started to separate some children with special needs. And so I was confronted in Colombia, in a community where they had created a school for 80 children with special needs. And these were children that were identified as children that would not be able to integrate independently in society. Society would need to take care of them. Then we started working with our fables, because children, when they're autistic, for example, they will look for a particular subject that triggers their interest, and then they will focus on it. So since my fables go through dozens, hundreds, thousands of different subjects, when the children have gone through 36 of the fables, and every fable touches upon probably 30 or 40 different subjects, then any child has found something that really is close to them. And as a result, they get engaged. But when they get engaged, they start talking, they start communicating, they start really connecting with each other. And so instead of having been considered this child that is rather insulated on its own, the children start to share what they're passionate about. And that really created a completely different connectivity in the community, because teachers had been forced to work very individually with the children. So the fables were able to go through this and navigate, and the children would finally identify one thing and another thing, and of course they wouldn't have attention or interest in the others, but that was not the real purpose. The purpose was, do we take the time to find a way to connect? And of course, you can't connect as a parent on your own. You need to have this kind of scanning of different subjects. And when someone gets excited about a whale, someone else gets excited about a mouse, and someone else could even get excited about a tick. But you know, behind it, there is the whole knowledge about life and about how a tick is related to a stork, and how the stork can transfer life because the tick was bothering the rhino or the elk. And so for the child going through this, at once it finds its way. And so I was invited to the school. And when I was invited to the school, I really discovered this thriving community of children, where I had been told these were autistic children. They had nothing to see with autism. I sat down, I listened to their stories, and at the end I said, "And what do you want to do with me now?" And they said, "We want to go dancing with you." And I didn't realize why they wanted to go dancing. Of course, it was a nice proposal. You know, kids going dancing, that's a very wonderful proposal. But there were 3 children in the group that were mute and deaf. And they said that the only way was, of course, not telling the stories, is not asking to present the stories, is to go dancing, because the whole group had decided that dancing was something that they could all do. And even though there were children with physical disabilities, you know, they were just dancing along their way. And I thought it was one of the most enriching experiences in my life, where I realized that indeed they all could be part of a community beyond their own small world. But that has happened now 18 years ago. 70% of the children today are autonomous. They are integrated in society. And having had the experience to dance with them is probably one of my greatest memories.